Olatto, my black African brother.
Man, you're roast breadfruit.
Yeah, this man, you know, my boss. You know, say you take over from Shalom on the show.
No,
as the Pan-Africanist. We don't use Shalom again.
You're not to you. You can't sit there. You can't.
So, Tracey, you not get an award? Tracey, when them leave you to the award, them out to Adam.
No, me tell them, say, a reward me work for. So you can get Dalton.
Me like that.
Dalton and you and Xavier.
Me like that.
Award, and just give me the reward part.
So what can be the two things?
No, man, the other one can't. The award thing can stay, man.
No, man, RJ get the two.
No, I tell you, say the award thing can stay for me.
No, but you know, hear me just say though.
But me say,
you get the two. Because some people get envelopes.
You see them go to Bossy Hotel, go eat food.
You can't stay there, you have to pay for your lunch yesterday, you idiot.
With their canteen box with the ball of slush, you know there.
Some big up Dalton. I would Dalton there for, it's 25 years? Ask Dalton for 25 years.
I think so.
25 and Xavier 5.
Me say your box are 20 now, Jenny.
Me they are 22.
What?
No, RJ Glenn no give award like that.
No, man. No.
They give you on the specifics. So like if they're doing the 5s.
Jenny, make me not watch the lady in the right or so.
Allah, you not get an award.
Jerome come here 5 years now and Jerome get an award. Me know people over there, they are 22 years and don't get no award.
Why?
Something wrong with that.
Oh, them parents forget them. Them name no in our system.
Lost and forgot.
Then Tracey.
By the way, I think Jerome got his 5 years.
Yes, but face it, me different from them people there now. If me not get something, me forget.
You forget it?
No, my personality.
You defend it?
What you say?
No.
Me I go up at HR department.
No, Jenny.
Me not suffer quietly and nothing.
You see, unless 100 pack tag on it.
Yeah, you know, care. So you can shut up on the mouth. They want to complain about. If you not get now,
you see, if 100 or 150
so unless them not understand, but Tracey, unless them not understand. Remember that me at 22, you know, me not get the award.
Oh Lord.
No.
And Jerome is 5 and get award.
No, you don't get it.
How is that fair?
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord, that I pause. No, let me explain it. Because I have MC'd it before.
Should we be talking about this on here though?
Yes.
business?
No, man, it's fine.
All right.
It's not. There's nothing unhealthy about it.
Okay.
They do it in pockets of 5s. Pay attention to me now.
5 years.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. So they do it. Always have, because I have MC'd it and Derek was the MC. Yeah. So therefore, like you're 22, I would have gotten already for 10. So therefore, your next time now would be the next 10, which is 25.
I appreciate your attempt to make sense.
So I want every year.
Let me get an idea.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jordan Ford is here 7 years now.
Did he get one at 5?
I don't. He
would have.
He hasn't gotten any.
No, but he would have gotten it at 5.
You know people over there, over
Jordan,
19 years and don't get no out.
So them would have get it at 10.
I don't know, but it's 19 them reach.
Yeah, no, so them should have get it at 15.
You know, says one bar me if you go talk about this. We're not 15. Talking about this on the air.
No, so give it the names.
Dalton said we cut. The producer said cut.
Well, bad man. We didn't look when get? Where you get? You get certificate?
Cut yo.
You get, watch your ear wide.
You see Dalton show me a check now, 150 pack upon it, upper HR right now.
You want to see Liverpool in that
corner? Not about no 30 pack, you know. We're talking about a 150 and up, you know.
Yeah.
Because Maverick the move here another
I'm going to tell you something them do that's good. Let me tell you something that is wonderful. I don't know what stage you get it in here. But listen to me good. I've even written documents about it in my classes. You actually can get stocks and shares in business.
I got stocks.
And that's wonderful.
I got stocks.
It's a beautiful template.
I got.
Because then you're a part of the company. Anyway, big up yourself, shareholder. Later.
150 pop. Sports So people out there want to book the Maverick. Round town 150. Out of town, you have to put an next 50 on it for travel expenses and toll road and all them something. So 2 bills and you get me at your event. We can do that on here? I just did. Stocks. Yep. Alright, let's start on a little bit of a sad note. Because my colleague and friend for many years, George Forbes, the former ISA competitions director, I think he did it for 18 years. Well, George dropped out last night, man. Can't believe, man. I heard he was ailing, but I never knew it was this bad. So, condolences to George. I know him have a big son. My son used to go Manu, I think. So condolences to George and his family. George, I'm a friend long time, you know, people. Good. Radical like the Maverick. Even before him start him turn the Issa boss up there. The Issa, thing up there. Yeah, but George Forbes, good soldier. Right now, 2 years ago on Issa. Issa need back George Forbes. They come like George, here we are going up at Issa and just take it to heart. When he makes them a stop commentator from go watch Manning Cup. So well, you have to take some beating for that something, Mr. Willie. Because I heard you elsewhere trying to skirt around the issue. Talking about people who are close to the organizers who don't support the thing. You can't be charging journalists for going on your thing. Journalists like Sean and me and people like us, Mr. Willie. We talk up the thing. We have the platform for talk up the schoolboy football and talk up the things day in, day out. Mark is not PR work we're doing, But the discussions about schoolboy football, we talk about the players. You can't tell me and Sean Grant to buy a ticket going on Manning Cup final, my boss. You can't do that, Mr. Willie. Are you? Come like you just force George over the precipice with that policy there. Anyway, condolences to George's family. I'm not the sad news good, but George was such a bona fide virgin that I have to mention. The sad news good, I can't do them something good. I'm very ineffective and inefficient at announcing sad news and the whole protocol with sad news. I don't know if he deal with it. But George, I'm a friend long time. So condolences to George's family. All right, make a move on. Some sports. Pakistan into the World T20 final. My God. It was a clinical display of T20 cricket this morning. The man demolished New Zealand. Easy like taking candy from a baby. Yeah, man. When you go to school and the big bully in the school just bad you up and take away your lunch money. Yeah. Like when Ludlow and the man when they were school and bad you up and just take away your lunch money. It's so Pakistan deal with New Zealand this morning. Kane Williamson look like him look bemused. Him look confused. No answer. Super bowling performance. Them limit New Zealand to what? 150 a little bit. 150, I think, 151, something like that. And breeze it off for the last 1 or 2 wickets. Baba Azam and Rizwan at the top of the order. Clinical. So sometimes when Pakistan in them element, them look unbeatable. There's a smoothness about how Pakistan, I don't know, maybe is some of the stroke with Baba Azam and Rizwan did not play this morning. Why you just have that indelible mark in my mind. But I tell you, the bowlers, when the bowlers are, when they get it right, man, the Pakistani team hard to play against, Well, they are into the final. So tomorrow now, it will be the other semi, England and of course, India. I suppose most neutrals, like myself out here, hoping to see an India-Pakistan final. That's supposed to be hot. India-Pakistan final, not going to be normal. I mean, the organizers, I think it's on a Melbourne it a play. That's supposed to ramp to capacity. I was watching the semi-final this morning in Dalton. I'm just to myself, say, yo, these Pakistanis and these Indians, then the ramp to travel, go support them team, my boss. I hardly think that these people are domiciled in Australia. So many of them. You can't
biggest fans in the world.
But myself, them man just travel and support them team.
India and Pakistan.
You can imagine that India-Pakistan final.
No man, a space to left.
So space to left, man. I'm MCG big,
Right.
but it was superb cricket by Pakistan this morning, and we look forward to the other one later between England and India. Yeah. All right. Jamaica Scorpions. They beat the Barbados. Is pride. Yeah, second time in the regional Super 50. Another efficient display. An efficient display last evening by the American. They weren't chasing much. I think it's 170 at the chase. She hope again the only resistance. And the Jamaicans, them box it off easy. Yeah, brilliant. Did I see somewhere that the Lakers lost again? They lost a big game to, I think it's Utah. No, make me leave it alone. The Lakers is not news anymore. LeBron and the Lakers, not news anymore. Bang. All right, so before we go to that, the Reggae Boys, they have a game today. The Reggae Boys, they play Cameroon today at 12 noon, people. But I was asking this morning if any coverage around, can't find any. I asked the erudite Jerome Foster, the 5-year awardee. He said he's not even aware of a stream. So we're not even sure where we're going to be able to see this game today. 12 noon though. Reggae Boys versus Cameroon in Cameroon. So we keep an eye out for that. Of course, tomorrow, the Reggae Girls I was going to say they bow into action, but the terminology they stop use now. The Reggae Girls play the first. The Reggae Girls play the first at their 2 friendly internationals against Paraguay in Montego Bay tomorrow. I remember, we gave away quite a few tickets. See me, I'll try to give it 2 jerseys today. Yeah, and people may have the list of winners already. You see people who win tickets already, you can't win jersey too. We want some different winners for the two jerseys. I'm in touch with the JFF via the Bald Eagle himself. And Bald Eagle says he has a couple of jerseys to give away, so I can give away some jerseys. So since nobody win the jersey yet, I'll give it 2 jerseys today. Right? Right. All right. Where's once again? Oh yes, I was watching some Manning Cup yesterday on television. Mr. Willie said if you're not working, you can't go. So I was watching it on TV. Stats. They were all over Bulmers. Eventually beat them 1-0. Omari Leng, sweet strike from the edge of the box, or just inside the box. Sweet strike. So the Schoolboy Football step up this year though. It's very enjoyable. Good quality Schoolboy Football being played this year. I must make that observation. Some superb, and it's not like it's 1 team or 2 team playing it. I think the talent level is spread a little bit wider this year. But I have to say a special big up and mention to Coach Philip Williams and the St. Andrew Technical High School coaching staff. They're doing something down there. I suspect that program is not one of the most heavily funded programs. But this is the 5th straight semi-final where Philip Williams carries stats, 5th straight, And I think they went to 2 finals. I think they lost them both. I know they lost 1 to JC and penalties 1 year. And I think they lost again. But this is the 5th straight semi-final for stats. I remember people, this is Schoolboy Football, where you have to replenish your team every season because people leave school. So this speaks to the consistency of the program and something positive going on at stats. So we have to big up Philip Williams and the team down there and the entire school community. Look here, a lot of time when I come on the show and big up some coaches, it's coaches like them I like big up, because them I do the thing on a shoestring budget. And there's no heavy recruitment program at stats. So who is doing a better job over the past 5 years? All right, let me grab on with it now. Catch on with it now. Who is doing a better coaching job in a Manning Cup over the past 5 years? Who has done it? Is it Ferguson up at JC? Will them go around and buy the best players from all over the island, every nook and cranny, them go dig them out? And carry them go JC? Or is it Philip Williams, who are playing 5th final, we're not title yet still, but the kind of consistency he's showing. I think Philip Williams is doing a far better job as a football coach than Damian Ferguson. No disrespect, Fergie. I know disrespect to the JC fraternity. But you get the levels. What I'm trying to do is demonstrate how my mind works when it comes to praising coaches. And the same kind of thing with Pep and Clapp. And this is the disparity thing with Pep and Clapp, Probably is not as wide as it is with Ferguson and Virgin Young and Stats. Right? But this is the kind of thing I talk. I rate coaching performances like what Philip Williams doing more than I rate what Damian Ferguson doing up at JC. I remember when Andre Coley was there. I rate what Philip Williams do, because it's not like he reached around 1/2 final. It's 4 semi-final the man reach. With a comparatively small school with a small budget. Same thing with Charlie Smith as well. Them punch above them weight every year. I don't think if Damian Ferguson did done stats, them could not get the kind of results where them are get now. But him get the big team, him get the big JC for coach where we Virgin, Brandon and Virtue them. They all over the island and take out the youth them out of them house and carry them go to JC, go live up on the dam up there. And as a result, now JC are holding favorites. So you them take Pele Wilson's son out of Mount Pleasant Academy. See him score a scratcher yesterday for JC too. JC won. JC into the semi-final as is stats. And I think the other set played today. I think Mona, Georges, Casey, that group played today. I think Charlie Smith as well. That group. So the other 2 semi-finalists will be decided today. Alright? Let's be more mention again. Saudi Mane Another big star out of the World Cup. So sad. So sad. I don't know. I don't know. Is it timing of the World Cup? You think the timing of the World Cup have anything to do with?
But what happens is that these teams are playing a lot of matches. Back every 3 days, there are matches being played.
Yeah.
So them are getting a rest, so them body they get to recuperate now. So all these things is causing a lot of injuries.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Some real high profile players now.
Right.
Yeah, well. Tough luck for Senegal, because Senegal was probably was setting up to be the African standard bearer.
Right. And he was one of the stars going into the World Cup.
The star of them team.
Right.
I think he was the captain of the team.
Star of the African nations.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right. By the way, somebody just reminded me that George Forbes is actually a stats old boy. So big up stats again. Oh yes. My Virgin Reynolds always are giving them like a timely reminder. Yeah, I'm aware. The youngster who scored the goal for stats yesterday, he's Omari Leng. He's the younger brother of Omar Leng, who met his untimely demise. Remember, he was the one who died. The stats player who died couple months ago. Omari Leng is his little brother. Yeah, Omar Leng is the big one. So apparently the brothers were Omar and Omari. Yeah, nice finish too. The games tonight, today should be good. All right, but we don't want to talk too much. I wanted to read something. I'm going to find it and read it. Thing that they dang. Srt Blatter. Is on BBC yesterday. I read it on BBC yesterday. Somebody sent it to me while I was on the program yesterday, but I never read it in detail yesterday, so I went home and I read it yesterday. Former FIFA President Srt Blatter says the decision to award the 2022 World Cup to Qatar was a mistake. Blatter is now 86 years old, was president of the World Football governing body when Qatar was awarded the tournament in 2010. The Gulf state has been criticized for its stance on same-sex relationships, human rights record, and treatment of migrant workers. Blatter said he was right to have said at the time that the tournament should not go to Qatar for 2022. The Swiss was speaking, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, right? In an interview, Blatter said Qatar is too small of a country to host the tournament and that football and the World Cup are too big for it. The Qatar World Cup, the first to be hosted in the Middle East in the tournament's 92-year history, and the first during the Northern Hemisphere winter, takes place from November 20 to December 18th. FIFA's executive committee voted 14-8 for Qatar to host the tournament ahead of the United States 12 years ago. At the same time, Russia was awarded the 2018 event. So Blatter at 86. You think your brain cannot take like water? Eh? He said he never voted for Qatar. And him says Platini and him friend them swing it. Yeah, thanks to the 4 votes of Platini and his UEFA team, the World Cup went to Qatar rather than the United States. Blatter sound like him a meant some fences, man. Eh? Blatter sound like him a look back a visa. If your executive committee sit down, you vote so your conscience free, you know. There's no mistake. It's a democratic process. Of course, it's rife with allegations of bribery and all of them something, but I don't know. By the way, after reading this article, you know what I did? When Blatter, in response to Blatter's thing that Qatar was too small, I learned something from this, you know. You know what we go do? We go Google Qatar population. Dalton, guess how much people live in Qatar, my boss? Don't Google, just guess. Off of the top of your head. The perception when you have a Qatar in terms of population. Eh?
About 1.5 million.
No man, 2.9. Exact, almost the exact number of Jamaica.
Oh.
Yeah. But I never realized that Qatar was that small. I thought that they had
these Middle East
more populous country. But some of the Bahrain and them countries have some little bit of people, you know.
Yeah, I know that Bahrain is small. I didn't know that Qatar was that small.
But my question though, does the size of the country have anything to do with it? Or it is more to do with the resources of the particular territory. Qatar have them money, you know.
Right, yeah, oil well.
They have them money,
yeah,
regardless of how them get their money. But I am not sure about this size issue with that Srt Blatter. So, me not just for Srt Blatter say no. Srt Blatter is a man who compromise with the whole process. So him just, as me say, man, look like him a talk back, forget back, you know. Forget back in visa, probably want to go look for Jackwana. Don't and all that. See? But, all right, fine, 3.9 people. 3.9 million people. But you're not going to be depending on 3.9 on your, I don't know, I just think it's your money and your ability to build the requisite stadium,
resources,
have the hotel, the hotel accommodation, and have the requisite infrastructure to host a tournament. You don't have nothing to do with the size. The only reason why Jamaica can host the World Cup is because we don't have the money, you know.
Right.
Because we wouldn't even be depending on Jamaicans to fill the stadium. You know?
What about the influx of the tourists coming into your country? That's the
you probably have money, you can sort out all of them something.
So build more hotels.
Qatar no short of money. Qatar can build. Qatar can send jet to pick up passengers. John F. Kennedy to carry them come a World Cup about. When people don't understand how much you can achieve, you know. When you have odds against you, yes, when you have the resources, you can achieve. You can do almost anything, you know, my boss. Anyway, I don't buy. Every day, Sports Explosion listeners, and tell me what you think about this thing. I don't buy this thing about Qatar being too small. I mean, take with Srt Blatter with a grain of salt. Yeah? I think it don't have nothing to do with the size of your country. As long as you're financially able to put the infrastructure in place and put your resources in the right areas and set up your thing properly, World Cup can keep. All of Jamaica. All of Jamaica can keep. If we don't have the money, why we can't host World Cup? Then if we don't have money to pave the streets in gold and widen every highway, and build about 20 more stadiums, then why we couldn't host World Cup? We don't have enough land space to host World Cup. It's money people use to host World Cup. It's not population. Foolishly Srt Blatter attack. Beat him in his old age. I'm how much? 86. Take a lick, Srt Blatter. We go for a quick break. And we come back and talk to the erudite people of the Sports Explosion. Soon come back. Did I miss anything? I didn't miss anything. Even if I missed anything, you call and talk about it. Sports Explosion. Soon come back. Welcome back to the Sports Explosion. We're live on Hits 92 FM. Alright, some people reaching out to me. Read the Stylo Ibanks interview that was played on Center Circle last Thursday. You know? Some people reaching out to me want try and help him. I watch it back again last night. I tell you, said, bring tears to my eyes still. You get me? But I see Michael Tolo rallying the troops. So we kind of put the people in touch with Tolo because, yeah, I think Tolo is the best person to go through, to get assistance to Stylo Ibanks and him mother. I feel it, I'm mother, you know, say mother, the tears come to my eye from my boss. You come here and say Stylo a big man, Stylo figure sort out himself. But the mother, God no, sir. Anyway, I saw it goes. But you don't know a man worries and a man tribulation still, so. But it feels sad, because you see the youth of it don't know Stylo, Dalton. It not going to affect them as much. You see some of we see Stylo play ball. I know how brilliant Stylo was as a baller, my boss. It very sad. Stylo was a little gem as a schoolboy footballer. I'm not sure. I heard him explaining in the interview that he had some injury issues in his senior career. So he probably never had made as much impact as a senior. But he used to play for Hazard. I remember him playing for Hazard. But as a schoolboy, he was a gem, man. Little teeny weeny youth, you know, but kill you with shift. Anyway, phone call time. 920-2053 920-6441. Box food. Morning, my boss. Box
morning,
food.
Oral.
Good morning, my boss.
Go on.
Me there, my boss. Just don't come tell me if you not argument with no Jews. Don't try that.
No, man, no. Brother, we love you on the radio. We want you on the radio.
But me not fool. But me not fool. You think we can make you... Me just remember, I know you're alone in a Shalom. Are you on Shalom? You try that nonsense, my boss. Like you don't want to prove a point with me. Like you don't take
Alright, talking about I talk about the Stylo Ibanks thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's a big man.
Mm-hmm.
And... You know,
still have working age on him side. I think he missed 50.
Yeah, I personally don't know if there's some other issues there mentally going on, but you know,
we hear that. We hear some other issues.
Me personally don't know, but yeah, but I'm asked about that still. I just talk about that.
Yeah.
This brings up one of the topics that's a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
When the humanity in us would love to see some sort of assistance from the state or otherwise the style, right?
Yeah.
But I have always said that the primary responsibility of a sports person or anybody deciding to venture into sports as a vocation is your primary responsibility is to self.
Yeah, man. Not just sports. Not just sports. Not just sports.
Yeah, well, sports right now, so
all right.
keep it that
fair
way.
enough, fair enough.
And this idea that because you have worn the national shirt, the nation somehow owes you something. Me not necessarily work with that, still, no, brother.
No, your stretches go around this. Nobody never phrase it away there. But as a national,
you
don't think as a national representative you deserve maybe a little bit more privilege than the average person? You don't think so? You don't think that due you some privilege? You don't think so?
Yes, but I don't necessarily. I think representing the country is both ways. You know? I think you stand to gain as much.
Back in them days, nobody never used to get no contract at Jamaica, my boss. Representing your country, it stopped right there. Which means that back in those days, there was a higher onus on the player to ensure that he takes care of his own affairs, right? Yeah, man. Ultimately, that's where it is, you know. Ultimately, that's where it is.
So, but the human in me still, you can't go around it. Look away.
Yeah, man.
Talking about that.
Yeah.
Good segue. Have you been watching? There's a series on Netflix called Captains.
Captains.
It's a football series, right? Yeah, it's called Captains, where they chronicle the World Cup qualifying campaign of several captains around the world, so several different nations. I think it's about 6, right? And one of them is actually Jamaica. Where they chronicle Andre Blake. So we're able. You need to check it out. So I can't really talk about it on the radio necessarily with the good context.
Yeah, I have to watch it. Yeah,
you have to watch it. So my thing when you talk about on the show, it come up tonight.
Yeah,
because they're in the dressing room. They follow the team. So you need to go check it out.
Okay, I will.
And talking about this, I'm back to the Banks thing. They chronicle Vanuatu, a country down in the Pacific there, right? And talking about taking care of your own affairs. There is a youth that played for Vanuatu in the Under-17 World Cup, right? Score at least 2 to 3 goals, right? And right now he's in like Australia being a gardener for some guy.
You serious?
That show you that. Yeah, serious. It's Under-17 World Cup. Score a piece of a free kick against Germany. I think he scored against Mexico as well. And right now, that man is in his early 20s raking leaves for a guy in Australia. So, the is on you to take care of stuff.
Yeah, man, you're perfectly right with that statement, my boss. Nobody owes you anything. Not this ungrateful world, yeah.
The Srt Blatter thing real quick.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't necessarily agree with the same try men offenses, you know. Because the older you get still in a Maverick. The older you get, in my experience. I know wiser, no, I don't believe in a wisdom. The older you get is the more you're steadfast in your own beliefs, you know, and a business with people, you know.
Yeah. The older you get when you get to a certain point, is the more likely you are to get senile. You know that?
No, necessarily, because him getting senile.
No, I never said
support your
no, I'm just saying the older you get, when you get to a certain stage, it is more likely for you to get senile and you start forgetting stuff.
Me feel the Srt Blatter is getting closer and closer to outwardly
admitting to
themselves. Yes, with the collector forward.
Yeah,
man, because the evidence is there.
Because I get old now and I get shit, you know, when I go face him make and all them something. So I'm probably guilty conscience and all that.
Yes, the maker as a different thing. I don't believe in them things.
Okay, you don't believe in making?
No.
Where you
real quick.
You're an evolutionist?
Brother, me no want to get
No, I'm interested.
Jamaican radio head up on it.
Are you an evolutionist?
Well, me no talk about that one Jamaican radio, brother.
You're an atheist. You're an atheist, Boxer. You're an atheist.
Brother, me not believe in I think them want to believe in.
You know what we believe in, my boss. You hear me come tell you what we believe. I'm just curious.
Oh no, man, me not just talk to you.
Because of what you said a while ago.
Every Jamaican reality.
I'm just a little bit curious.
Alright, me also make one statement on this.
Yeah.
One statement. Black people hate everything about slavery except the religion that the slave masters gave us. Can I move on from that now?
Yeah, man. Please do.
All right, move on from that real quick. The World Cup down Qatar.
Yes,
quick.
sir.
The World Cup down Qatar.
Yes, sir.
You've been very vocal on this. The people not forgot on the World Cup go try to change them people their road.
No, don't change the people them culture.
I agree.
Yes, sir.
I agree.
Thank you.
One offshoot or one positive of the World Cup so far has been that there are no laws in Qatar that, while them not 100, there are laws in Qatar right now that seem to protect the rights of migrant workers 50 million times more than it did before the World Cup was awarded to Qatar.
Because of the advocacy. I was watching a documentary in that regard.
Yes.
But I also heard quite a few of the workers say they didn't have the kind of problems that people making a bag of noise over now. They're quite happy. They never expected to get 5-star treatment. They are laborers, so them go down there to go build some stadium.
Those workers that you talk about were the ones that show their face on camera, right?
Well, more than likely. But they also you think they were coaxed to say what they said?
Mr. The workers that you mentioned.
But so you sound so gullible to them. You sound so gullible to
That's all you need to know.
You know, so you're a gullible individual to some of them propaganda, them, my boss. You are, you know that.
Brother.
Me take that with you. Reason with you.
So you feel for the workers, the migrant workers in Qatar get treated.
The man we are the Jamaican, we are the farm work up Canada, America. Them happy. Take your licks, man.
I mean, if them happy, they make more money than America, Jamaica.
No, but you know, see a big issue. Well, then the man in Qatar now make more money than they make when them come from. You saw me catch it though?
They were not making more money when they just got here.
So why would they leave your country and go to Qatar? Hold on, why would they leave their country and go to Qatar, go face these kind of living conditions if they're not making more money than they would at home? That don't make no sense, my boss.
You want me to answer that now? You ask me a question now? You want me to answer that now?
I would love for you to answer it.
Oh, okay. How many females left their country or their home, even in Jamaica?
Female, you got to another issue now.
After being told and given a contract that they would make more money on their stuff and can't move.
So you're suggesting that is the case?
Not suggest, before you ask me that question, do some research on the kafala system.
Wonder where you get
rampant in the Middle East.
So those guys, those guys who spoke on camera then, explain those guys speaking on camera and saying, well, we came here to do work.
You asked me a question, I know you interrupt me, brother. You asked me, so I'm going to call the show to argue with you today. You asked me a question.
But me like talk to you, Carl.
Hold on. Let me answer the question.
You have the versatility and the capacity to talk about a lot of things. So me like talk to you.
Hold on. The kafala system is such that once you got to Qatar, you're bonded to work with one employer. You cannot change employment. They take your passport from you. You cannot leave the country.
Are you aware of that before you? Are you aware of that before you go into Qatar? Are you made aware of that?
No.
Oh.
No, brother. No, so brother. When you get to Qatar, that contract is torn up in front of you. Man.
So explain to me then, those people over there that don't have a problem with working in Qatar and say they're there to make some money to feed them family. Is what them do? Them coach them and coerce them to say them something in front of the camera.
You're talking about 2020. You're talking about this month.
Yeah, man. They worked in the building of the stadium for the World Cup. I was watching it a documentary on ESPN just over this weekend.
I start. Maverick, I started this conversation by saying that the working conditions for the average migrant worker in Qatar has improved after the World Cup has been awarded. So that is a positive of the World Cup.
So you're talking about
what I said?
so you're talking about migrant work before the advent of Qatar 2022.
I'm talking about, and migrant work even at the onset of Qatar being. I'm talking 2015, 2016 to 2022.
There's a progression going, boss. With the higher exposure you expect.
No. But your initial point was once you award the thing to Qatar, then anything they wanted them can do because you get them the World Cup. And I'm saying
I wasn't speaking.
Being awarded to Qatar has been the improvement of the working conditions.
Right.
That's what I was saying.
Okay, so it's a net positive then. The improvement of the working conditions of the migrant workers, a net positive then. All right, move on. Talk about
even doing 100.
Yeah. Okay. I think you sit down every day.
Look up yourself, Marvin.
You don't? We think you'd have more for take me.
No, we don't done it. If you want to talk about something,
I never figured this is all you wanted to. Oh, this was the point. All right, big up yourself, Box. I enjoy my exchanges with you.
Under what, brother?
I never said me wake
up every day under what?
No, I thought you wanted to say something else. I thought you had another sporting point to raise. I never knew this was the sum total of your point.
And your side, Brazil now make it to the quarterfinal. Right. Remember me telling that.
All right. God go with you.
No, make the quarterfinal.
God go with you, sir. Big up yourself, Box Food.
Yeah.
Brazil will win this World Cup this year, man. Sure it's World Cup now win. And sure it's World Cup Brazil will win. Baggio the Great.
Yes, sir. Morning.
Me like talk to Box Food, you know.
Yeah, man. I like hearing to you.
When we ready, me just lead him down a garden path. And
a point of correction, Box Food. Africa knows about Christianity before it was brought to us by the slave master. The Ethiopian eunuch, from Ethiopia.
Eunuch?
He got it from way back when, brother. And they said the truest form of Christianity is the Ethiopian eunuch. Orthodox. So you understand? So apart there.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
I'm in no position to contest that.
No, the man, but the man will read and study and know them things. I know. But back for that one, I'm a G. Talking about G, man, boy, George, brother.
Sir George, man.
Sir George, man, boy. Sir George, I'm a G.
I'm a G, that man.
And one time I beat him up. And I can't forget our meeting, brother. You understand? I complain about Canton Spring, but Sir George, look here, I got Canton Spring, brother. You understand? So let's be boss him up, so. And look to George on the phone, and I stand and say, who is Baggio? I'm saying, I stand. You understand? I'm take that, put up my hand. And the man come over to me and say, the bathroom there, the bathroom there. I said, yeah, man. And it's a man who's not afraid of taking on any school better, any college better.
One thing, let me tell you a secret with George Baggio. You see, anytime them used to have issues with ISA, with any kind of violation of the rules or something.
Yeah.
George is a black and white man when it come to rule, you know.
Yes, man.
George tell me, George said, Tracey, you see, if me have the rule book, nobody can beat me at ISA.
Yeah, man.
There was one thing, he got caught one season. They got caught one season with a scenario. I think it involved Bulmers and JC and the eligibility of a player. When the situation was not covered in the rule book. And George said to me, say, you know, say, we have got to fix the rule by next year. This is half year me and him are talking, you know. One thing, there's nothing that is controversial in a ISA when George did it, because George said him have the rule book for guide him. And when him scrutinize and skirt the rules, he say must find a way out.
Yeah, man, and what you ask him to, you know, and I tell it, them need a judge, you know, brother. You understand? They need like a judge and see there. You understand? So, condolence to families and friends and so on.
Ball Eagle was George good friend, you know, man. Early, man, very close friends with George.
George, I want two gentlemen.
Yeah, man, a real G, man. He's a real G, man.
He better than Srt Blatter them. You understand? But couldn't brag that.
I look back in visa, man.
You understand? Talking about that, I hear Mr. Dad. But they don't say, I never want to tell what you call it,
the security.
And leave that, brother. You understand what I say?
Yeah, like, because no, you're going to tell the balance if they go up there, them now work. But that one, we can't get part of one level. You understand? Some Maverick are idle and Maverick. You understand? You go for the people and thing and I work, you know. I want to give you a go watch. You understand? I don't get that one there, Jad. No, Jad. Without it, Jad. That one that show me on a stank regard to journalists and so on. You understand?
Yeah, man, you can, yeah, man. Every sports journalist, man.
And I don't think that they would do it to where we call people, the journalists where read news. I don't think, you know.
Let's Sean not do that.
No, what I'm saying to you, I'm talking about people who read what call the general news then. Them kind of journalists. Not sports journalists, but them kind of journalists. You understand me? Yeah, I don't think them would have pulled a card upon them. I say, if you're not investigating nothing, you can't define. You understand me? I say, but, you know, it look away and it's turned away, brother. You understand? Talking about that.
Yeah.
I hear say in the Observer, I page 30, that man has started a while ago. So let me write, say, KT dropped 14-1 for George.
When?
In a today,
no, man, I was a misprint, man. No 4-1.
I got misprint, man, but that's it. Yeah, to the north, what's like of that? What's like of somebody else? The north, the Observer, 14-1. One them top one Jordan, brother. You understand? But no go to still. It's a misprint still. You understand? So, that there here, you understand? Talking about that, though, right? I presume that you were watching a channel, Dylan Matthews, Schoolboy channel.
No, I never see it. What am I talking about around there?
He was talking about the same thing with that. You understand? About the coach.
Yeah, he did?
Yeah, man.
You serious?
Yeah, man.
No, man. My make Zidane feel me a follow him argument. Me not do. If you know him, say someone will say nothing about it.
Well, he did, man. He did, and he quite rightly highlighted over the past 5 years how good the coach was.
He did. Big up Zidane, my boss. I get credit.
Big up. But you want to grab him now.
Yeah.
You want to grab him now, brother. I bring that around to Pep and Klopp.
Yeah, they know you use the same analogy a while ago.
Well, no, man. Some of the teams there, Zidane. I grab you now, you understand? Because you the Champions League is the best, is the best football
top football in the world.
Football in the world.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I have a man.
Yeah.
You understand? We go up.
3 final in 5 years and win it one time.
5 years, yeah. And well, I know, but me tell him say no, brother. If Champions League is the best, that means the league and the Champions League with the Euro is up there too. And the man got the Euro too. You understand me? So the man go a four top final in 5 years. You understand me? And also win a league champion. How you with that man? You know, you know. Well, if anybody wants to say that he's the best in 5 years, you understand? I want the argument, but I don't know, stop, you know, you understand?
No, but I think the Philip Williams analogy is a good one. We draw alongside the Klopp and Pep.
The man know in no final, but him go into a semi-final.
I think him got 2 final. It's 2 and 1 final stats go.
One.
It's 1 final and 5 straight semi-final. 5 straight
semi-final. And then I use a rating semi-final, brother. No, you have Klopp, brother. And the man say, despite him no win, you know. Despite him don't win, I have to rate that coach better. Because the program down here and what I'm doing, man. So I said,
yeah, man, it's called doing more with less.
Doing more with less.
Yes, sir.
Well, that you think about every day with Klopp, brother. Doing more with less. You understand me? I say, and the man go 4 big finals. You understand me? I say. So no, I want to throw in now what him do at Dortmund. When he was at Dortmund.
Oh Lord, me don't like going at Dortmund. Cause me not keep my one to the past 5 years. So me never really go on at Dortmund.
He was that, but at Dortmund, you know. You understand? But even if it's a
somebody correct, you know, say it's actually 2 finals that Philip Williams go.
2 finals. All right, see that? 2 finals.
Lost both times to JCFC.
Yeah, well,
bigger coaching achievement, man.
In a penalty.
On penalties, yeah. Bigger coaching achievement for Philip Williams. But hold on. But your version, you know, Zidane can't be agreeing, you know. That's what Philip Williams is doing with stats is superb, you know. While not agreeing with what Klopp doing with Liverpool is superb as well. Compared to Pep, you know, my boss.
Me think this is the channel, me think this is the thing.
No, me never see it. Man, me have to
look. What do you feel, brother?
I look fit and beat. Alright, big up yourself.
The man beat himself, brother.
Alright, blessings. So Stats went to Manning Cup final 2017. That was 2017 and then 2019 again. Yeah. Brilliant. Philip Williams deserves some highlight, man. Bigger coach than Damian Ferguson. Bigger coach than how much money cup Damian Ferguson win up at JC? What? Olatto, my black African brother.
No, man, you're roast breadfruit, man.
You hear this man, you know, my boss. You know, say you take over from Shalom on the show.
No,
as a Pan-Africanist. Me know you Shalom again.
You're not to you. You can't set up. You can't be the liar.
Me a big you up, brother. Me a big you up.
No, you can't do that. No, you make it big up. You can't none of your boot liquor, you know.
Me don't have the boot liquor, man. Me don't have no boot liquor, man. Everybody call for war with me, you know.
Why don't they come up for the way you do,
Who that, Baggio? No, man, Baggio take me on when I'm ready, man.
No, but really, I see him is like a boot liquor team.
Mount Salem? No, Mount Salem is a professional boat liquor. He lick all boats. Me enjoy color like you do, you know, like.
No, full shine.
Put on your boxing gloves and take it to the Maverick. You know.
You're not such a.
What up on your mind this morning?
Let me tell you a Qatar now.
Yeah, them say, you know the contention about Qatar say it should not have got the World Cup in the first place, and especially.
What is your belief? You think it's unfair for the European team are going to get the World Cup? Because remember, it's not about continent.
No.
It's about Caribbean.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with spreading the World Cup around the globe, my boss. I agree.
You agree, man? Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me know which are that not still. It spread, so you are going. It's unfair for every time these countries should them have the money.
Right.
Then exploit the other countries. So why now Qatar who's a World Cup? And what about human wrong? We are going to the world when we call human right. This country, what about human wrong to happen to human being? Because it couldn't be right or wrong or go on.
Yeah.
So human wrong to human being. Question ask. These England, America, what are their credibility when it comes on to the human wrong, what they are doing to human?
Well, you hear me grab back food a while ago, you know. When the man talk about the working condition of the Qatari.
Well, am I right, you know, but I just
me have a point out to him, say, me sure in the news recently some farm work up in North America, he'd have some major problem with them. With them living, no, him kind of blah, go around. I think that Europe, you know, when one from Africa leave and go over, you know, Spain and nearby European country when them cross over. At the same time, reach them. No, you have a saying now. When I say, what is the number one resource in the world? When I say the number one resource in the world, people don't. And I don't see it as the earth as the number one resource. Where we get things from, this is my views. Because when them seminar work with it, you know. So you tell me, sir, Africa don't have no resource, the Caribbean don't have no resource. In them to develop. These are the questions we hear people set them up because the media state and the coming third world. But Qatar have the money, man. Qatar have the money.
But listen to me, have your money. And you don't have any food to eat. And you know the resource that is the land that can produce for you. What is that? And that the cheap people. Nobody never flew North Africa and go nowhere now. Because I'm mind game number use from people. What I'm saying to you, Qatar doing when them do them exploit people just like anywhere. So why? They don't
know that's the politics of the world go.
No, but when me tell the show, when me just tell the show, say, no, slavery still exists. And me keep on telling this, but guess what? You know, even for some people can't own a house and them things there. Slavery still exists. If you realize the one that dictate to the people, them, even when racism meet the people, them, you want them always be liar for them.
No, man, me always tell yourself to stop. You stop keep racism by your head top, man.
No,
don't carry it by your shoulder, man.
No, so well, no.
So go wear you down, man. Because it's a good day. I don't my gospel on my boss.
Again, so if something happens to people, they'll never find it out. That no.
If you're going to make it wear you down and stop your progress, man, you can let it go.
No.
It come like it come like a woman. You have a woman. You know you have some woman. A burden to a man. And crosses to a man. You know that. And vice versa too. Then if you have a woman and a woman, you know the woman a burden to you and a crosses to you, my boss. You know if you let it go, man.
But who what she said. That's
Let her go, man.
What she listen.
You don't see him so with racism, man.
No, when I listen to the my time to talk.
The history of racism and slavery and all them something, man. If you don't carry it to the forefront of your brain, it can stop your progress, man.
My time to talk because I'm patient for listen, so you can't patient for listen. I tell you this. If you watch the people have burden to highlight something, nothing I talk about, I don't have a burden, I just talk about it because I know about it.
Okay.
How much thing you talk about? It's a burden for you. You choose to talk about what you want to talk about.
No, man, yeah, someone take racism.
I'm finish now.
Yeah, someone as them see a white man, them say them feel abused, my boss.
No, I'm not again that your opinion.
Yeah, someone, man, as them see a white man.
No, I'm not again. I'm not again.
You make the rain fall and wake me up in my racist, you know. So someone raising me, boss.
Let me answer to you. If people highlight racism, I don't have a problem with that. Because you say one man want to be racist, it affect my life, you know. But you are going, if somebody highlight it, I have a problem. I still support to them. Yeah? So I have a bill with them and say them have to talk about it. Them have to talk about it. Because if a white man want to be racist, it not anything to do with me, it have to be who he is. But when me talk about the injustice on black people, me I highlight them with them and them things and them a support our program. I can show these things. Because the evidence is there today. Why them are dictate to the world what the world must do? And if them don't do it, what happen? See, because sports we are stick to. So I'm going to sports, them pressure Baggio and Baggio keep the World Cup.
Pressure South Africa.
Them pressure.
Yeah, man, them pressure South Africa when South Africa keep it too. I know them are pressure Qatar.
Yeah,
a Fox you're talking about Olatto.
No, it's a question.
A lot of hypocrisy. There's a lot of, and that's what me I tell Backwood while ago, say, as an intelligent man, him sound very gullible. Because there's a lot of hypocrisy in the world when it comes to them.
I'm intelligent. You know, some of them so intelligent.
No, but you're not those, man.
I'm not dunce. I'm not bright. I'm not civilized.
You're not civilized?
These are not the evil people. I don't want them to know. I'm normal. I'm a normal person. You know. I'm a simple to you. These people talk about football team Brazil, and after it done, what happened in Brazil? Most people here dead with crime and violence go to the World Cup.
No, man, Brazil, they turn off the crime switch when the World Cup.
No, when I said to you, no. So,
we did down there now, walk up down there, Garrison down there, no. Yeah, man, you never see me on the TV. We go up in a thing with them call it, them have a, in a Garrison down there, them call it the favela.
No, but again,
me going to play something down there, my boss. Versus any guys when me ever going to
Jamaica. No, but there's a little liar mouth, you know. You mean versus any guys where you go?
In a Jamaica, when me go in a Jamaica.
No, me agree with you.
Yeah, man.
No.
Man, I have some serious guys now in Brazil, you know, my boss. And them they on the hilltop, you know, them call them favela. Yeah, man, one day, man, me a make videographer oral Napier, man. We link some youth in the streets and tell them, say, up now, guys, me want to go, you know. And the man, them carry me go up the brother.
No, me about your own looking.
Yeah, you see them on show, man. You climb some hill. You climb some hill and then you walk down some pathway. Some zinc fence, you know, my boss. And the stench, no normal, you know, my boss. You don't ever know, see the pretty Brazil that we see on TV, my boss.
No, you are gone.
When I favela, brother.
Them choose it, show them all show. No, but more come off.
Yeah.
I asked what was the crime is with the tourists them went down there, wanted them, much of them dead. Much of them died in South Africa. And these are questions I ask now. So you are gone. You know, if you spend time and listen to the media discriminate in this country, you have to ask the question, wanted the person who are discriminate somebody. Not to them environment, no kind of go on.
No society is perfect, my boss. So when them man come argue like that, every society have them imperfections. And so a lot of them are hypocrisy, them argue when them come. Point them finger on Qatar, and point them finger on South Africa, and point them finger on Brazil. Hypocrisy, my boss. Me agree with you.
Who country not Brazil? This kind of box food, really. I just when I say because it's not a point of.
In the mood to unwind, enjoy tasty food and spirited drinks? Well, link your friends.
Hold it there. Yeah, you still here, Olatto?
Yeah, me no want a price, you know. Me no want a price because me no watch woman football. Me no want a price. And
for you the price, and Dalton in a play some mix up in it.
No, before you go there.
All right. Big up yourself, man. We don't sound big up. Yeah, man. We love the reasoning, man. I agree with you in principle, my boss. There's a lot of hypocrisy when it come to them something, them staging of these world events. Big hypocrisy rife, my boss. Big up yourself. And anytime them come with it, me always grab them, you know. Always grab them. DannyDread. Morning, DannyDread.
Greetings to the world.
Every time, man. I start the time, you know, because them say.
Alright, listen now.
Them say we're favorable to DannyDread.
No bother with that, you know. Do what me see your favorite.
Exactly.
Time and say your boot leaker. When some man attack, when you attack, and them get
exactly
the
10 o'clock you start.
And I like, watch me, but to me, I always a clash.
Yeah, me love the clash them. Me not say like some other talk show was so vexed with Carla, you know, my boss.
Alright.
Me love when Carla take me on, and that me love, you know.
Alright.
Me and you play scrimmage, you can't tackle me, you know.
Alright, one start with a big up. West Kingston.
Yeah.
Coco Legend and Banner represent.
Yeah, man.
Hear me now. You notice that no care how bad them places are going, and no good things always are going.
Yeah, man, they're good people.
And talent always are them places.
More good people there them places than bad people, you know.
Me know that.
Alright.
What I get to them?
Yeah, man.
Alright. Right now, I could have one of Dodo's family. The man I deal with some mural.
Yeah.
In the ghetto there.
Yeah.
Down at the valley and them. And some side to behold.
Yeah. You see some pictures of them?
Yeah.
Look good.
Cool man. With stories.
Mm-hmm.
You get me?
Yeah.
But I can't tell you him name.
Yeah.
Whole heap of big up Reggie.
Yeah.
That me I tell you. And the whole rest stuff.
Oh.
Anyway, move on now. You hear me?
Yeah, man. Loud and clear, DannyDread, man.
Where you about me off of the radio, man?
Eh? Oh! Oh, yes. Me figure say the suspension, you know. Cut it off. You a Red Devil, man, and disrespect killing.
Where you ban me for? Where you ban me for?
You and Red Devil in tandem, my boss.
Yeah, but tell me this.
Trying to water down the prowess of Kylian Mbappe, my boss. So don't stop it, man. No,
brother, me hear and I say, Mbappe no good.
You follow a thing there?
Wait, now, me take a ban till 2024. If a man bring a tape, come play.
When you say Mbappe no good?
Mbappe no good.
Oh. You say...
Virgin, hear me now?
Yeah.
So my people suffer from hearing impediment is not my fault. I put the thing in perspective, I broke it down like grade 1.
What was your specific criticism of Mbappe? You had a specific criticism of him. What was
it? Is that I don't think at the end of his career we'll be speaking about him in the light that we do of Pele, Maradona, Messi, all these guys.
No, man, you say something else, man. Like him not make good decisions.
IQ.
Yeah, IQ. Yeah.
What will be the cause?
Yeah.
That's what me say.
Okay.
No, me not say the virgin no good. Me tell you the class where him name we call.
The second tier, great.
Yeah. You know, my great man, we not talk about them in a football.
Me know, man. Me think you're underrated.
You want me call some name?
Me think it too early in my career.
You want me call some great name.
Me know, man, but we just say me think.
Alright.
Oh, me
you
say
think it too early, but
yeah, in my career. When you look at what he's achieved already, and you look how young he is, and you compare with the other young players who are emerge around the world, on a conclusion, unreasonable.
But wait now.
Yes, sir.
This is where my football IQ as a fan come in now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make the call early.
Yeah, me can rubbish.
Not say him not good.
I me can rubbish it.
So if me can make the call early, yes, you can rubbish it, but you can't ban me. You have to wait till the end.
Yeah.
If me this same not good now, 2024 before mother call back.
Red Devil say not good.
I don't know.
Red Devil say my kick and run.
They talk about me, brother. And now a man come with the tape, me not call back till 2024. The people have to learn to listen and put things in perspective when people are talk. So
we never go suspend if you choose still, you know.
Me know, but me I take it. If me the thought of foolishness, then me I take the suspension.
Alright, so next point.
Alright. Well, at long last,
yes,
we get a date when the tier 1 women's competition will start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a good
When?
one. That's a
The
good one.
26th I went.
Now you give me the date, man.
And November?
Now you have the date. It can't be the 26th of December because that's Boxing Day.
Right, it's almost 26th of this month.
Mm.
Right, but to me the day say, football I got suspend like
For the World Cup, yeah. But the World Cup will end, yeah.
I like the ladies not have nothing to do with that segment there, man. Coming here the Premier League JPL I got stop.
No, yeah, but Mr. Owen Hill said them going to try them organize a knockout competition, a national knockout competition during the period. So that football will be played.
Alright.
Which we never even highlight enough, you know. I think it's long overdue if we get back a national knockout competition.
Yeah.
So we,
That was as far as me know. That I one of the biggest money earner for England FA.
The FA Cup. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
We're going too long now without a national knockout, my boss. I remember saying knockout carry a special kind of excitement about it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's true. It's too long. We used to have a big knockout competition one time. I think that is how Olympic Gardens with Admiral Bailey did rise up in the football, you know. They win the knockout the 1 year. You remember?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. When Pepe them are playing, I think Pepe and Wale them, man. You remember that side there?
Yeah, man.
The Olympic Garden side there.
Yeah.
That's how Admiral make him name as coach, you know.
Yeah. Admiral the coach side.
And then win the knockout, the national knockout from nowhere.
And some history going on there saying,
yeah, man. We're on a clinking avenue, man.
Yeah, man.
The little field, man. If it,
anyway, you know what side did name Great West?
Great what? West. Hear about
Great
it.
West.
Hear about it.
Oh, that Waterhouse come from, you know.
Yeah, man. Hear about it. That's a Waterhouse. That was Waterhouse original name.
Alright. I want to this side ever come to Jamaica. You know that?
Yeah, man. You about that side name All Saints?
Yeah.
Which side that? Which side evolve out of that?
Jungle.
Alright, sir.
Honest. But you see Great West?
Yeah.
I want to body side, you know.
Yeah.
In a badness, me attack, you know.
In a badness. So
in a badness, them days there.
And that's a Waterhouse get that history there from.
Yeah.
Cause you know, say Waterhouse is one of the most intimidating places to go watch and play football against Waterhouse, you know.
Me if you take one time we go play a cricket match round there when me a youth, I mean if you tell you.
No, man. Hey, before them build up the stands and all them something, you know. When you used to just go around and go watch the football match on the gully bank, you know, my boss. Hey, if your ears can deal it, pretty words, you know, my boss. Don't go to them places and go watch the football, you know, my boss.
That's true, man.
Yeah, man.
That's true, man.
Firehouse, man, was one of the most colorful place. Firehouse, round there before.
but you know, said Great West days, them never really have them.
DannyDread, you know, some man a style ready up on Facebook. Say, me just start watch football. Me have to laugh after them, you know, my boss.
No, man, you know if I'm long.
That time them used to just have a rope, you know, my boss. That time the Firehouse, that time Jewsland field no fix it, you know. They used to just have a rope around this, you know, and you're there right in front of the goalie. They say if you step back too far, you drop now the goalie, you know.
Alright, that me I tell you now, it's the Great West days over Tarrant and Justice Sierra Park.
They used to play.
They used to use as them home ground.
Yeah, it's true.
And they must use to train sometime on a little field around a Balmaji way there.
Yeah.
But it's small.
You know next place where you used to hostile to when they used to play in the Premier League, Constant Spring. Uptown Club, but you used to have some man up there, see, brother. Lord have mercy.
Some of them come from Stony Hill.
Me know, man. But them man, the brother, when you play, man, you get the man, them tell you some things, DannyDread.
Yeah.
Anyway, big up yourself, DannyDread.
Yeah, man, bless up.
Up and running. Little history lesson with me and DannyDread. Think we easy. Mystic, man.
Yeah, man.
Morning, my boss.
Alright, watch me now.
Yes, sir.
Let me get you off Alright. Alright, yes.
Yeah.
Now, this morning, I talk to my son. And I talk about Brazil and all them things. And I said to him, the Brazil will win.
Yeah.
So I say, look back. And anytime the conference, they say, who win it when the conference go neutral?
What do you mean? What do you mean
Yeah.
go neutral?
If not, yeah, man, they go neutral, man. Like, it's Latin America.
Oh, when you're out of Europe or South America. Okay.
Yeah.
European teams and...
Yeah. And him say, all right, Brazil win it one time,
Yeah.
and Argentina win it. No, Argentina. Germany win it one
Yeah,
time.
Brazil win it up America.
Yeah. So I said to him, say, all right, when Germany win it that time there, were they the favourites?
When Brazil won when Germany won in Brazil.
Yeah, were they the favourites?
I don't think. Brazil must have been the favourites to win in Brazil.
Brazil was in the favourite to win it in Brazil.
Must have been, yes.
Right, and the second favourite to win it was who?
Who, Argentina?
Indeed. All right.
Because of South America, yeah.
Yeah, so the trend break right there. So for the first time in history,
first time a European team was winning the World Cup on South American soil, yeah.
But really and truly, me, you chat about the thing all the while, say, Messi should have win the World Cup.
No, the World Cup, the Messi for win, man.
Yeah, that one there.
That one, the 2014 the World Cup, Messi for win, man. The rest of the team put the cup on a platter, give Messi for him just go perform in the final.
He get it
on a platter, mash around and them they set the thing for Messi win the World Cup.
Man. So, and continue the trend.
Yes.
All right. Now, listen me now. Me I follow the trend over the years. And no care about the one tell me, say. More the 95% of the time, it normally come true. Yes, you have a little anomaly.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So like Qatar is the first time they go that part of the world, you know. Who would be favored? The Europeans or the South Americans?
Remember somebody tell her, right, sir. I tell him this morning and he said, no, sir. Brazil will win this. Brazil will not win this world.
Because what?
Because they have too much stars. And they don't know, they're not going to know what to pick. Listen me, this team is a team thing, Bridget.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, ask you, much game Brazil play as a team coming through up to the World Cup here. And if you notice, the window to the World Cup, normally you get about a month or 3 weeks work when the thing done.
Yeah, normally, yeah. But you just get about a week and a half, no?
All right, cool. So you would know. So, you know, just pick up stars and put them on one side.
No, man, but this Brazil team been playing together for a while, man.
All right.
The core of Brazil, the core of the team.
But me, you know, the history of the star-studded Brazil team, what happened to them eventually. But some of the time they were winning, the star-studded team, you know, is straight.
I want star-studded Brazil team now win the World Cup, man. And in 1982. The rest of star-studded team them win, man.
Yeah, man, but if you notice that, if I discipline...
Probably 66. When they call Pelefoot.
All right, cool. Anyway, no, so me I talk now, and I talk about the World Cup in a
Big up your son, because your son a Brazil fan, him smart.
Yeah, a good boy. So you know what now? May I explain to him, because him said that at the quarrel, said the World Cup should go down there. So,
yeah.
I said to him, say, listen, don't believe, say, World Cup is awarded by merit. Yep. The only merit is awarded by the debt of your pocket. How much money you pay to that man. The so-called delegates them who they get money in a paper bag and who they get holiday if we go this and that something like that. He said, really? I said, you're young, but they are a long time. I'm see it happen all the way. It just come to fruition right now. So I said, don't follow the media. If you follow the media, my lad. So I said, you say right now, the thing what they go on down in a Qatar, it's just that the man want to impose them ideas upon the people.
Yeah.
What you want to accept gay and all stuff.
Yeah.
No, what I can't understand, you talk about it continuously. Hypocrisy. How the man might be an ideology about the alphabet thing and that thing.
Yeah.
And that's a freedom policy.
Yeah.
And you want to punish man them because of them policy.
It's so the West team, man. That's so the West team, boss. That is just the way the West it's just the way the West is, you know, boss.
So because
the West have some good things about it, you know. America have some nice things about America, you know. But the master is not a perfect place, my boss.
It's not a perfect place.
No.
But it is so blatant in your eye.
Yeah.
Because if you reach a stage now where you are confused the youth them as to what is a woman, then to say God, you can't define a woman. But anyway.
You ever hear about a man named Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne Wade?
I have a son with a daughter now, you know. You never know about it?
Yes, it has.
When you do the Google, when you finish your Google, Dwayne Wade's son daughter. And look how come up, my boss.
Them man, they can't get anything because them could have get done naturally from morning because they don't know what they did want. Then him and his wife couldn't figure out what they want. So that's why she couldn't have done and him could have done. So them have come
you know. But you know, so may I read something yesterday. That's why we bring it up, you know. His ex-wife, who is the child's mother, she said she acquired with Dwayne Wade for do what him do too early. Same she make the youth wait till him 18. He make the choice and do what he want. But him said Dwayne Wade them do it for financial gain.
No, yeah, money. That's what I'm going to talk to you now.
Yeah.
It's what money can do to you. Make a sense.
Yeah, sell out to more people.
Look more. And anyway.
Big up yourself, my boss, before you get no trouble.
Hold on.
All right.
Arsenal.
Oh, yes.
You keep casting doubts on Arsenal.
No, man, me no doubt no more. After me watch against Chelsea weekend, me no have no more doubt.
Eh? You have no more doubt?
The only thing that will stop you from winning the league is if the ref them continue to help Man City, my boss.
No, a little injuries can go on. If party gets injured, me have a little problem. And
that too. And
the next thing now, as I talk to my son, I tell him, say, you know, so we want one number. Either we get one number to put in midfield, so just us can go on up front and do what you have to do. Or we get a suitable number 9, like ruthless up front, but no miss. So you can drop back. Essos and make Essos kind of provide.
Play at number 10 like, play kind of mobile number 10 like.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Arteta say, I'm going to the transfer market, you know. He must say, I'm going to the,
but what am I going to get? Because,
I don't know what I'm going to get.
As what I tell you, I want a ruthless forward who can hit the ball at the goal, who can do the half the ball movement, and then I want a ball angle like what you say, out of midfield. Take out Shaka out of my midfield. Left party in there and get a ball and who can spray my ball, who can hold the ball and dribble. I think I should be good.
All right, all right, Mystic Man, big up yourself. Yeah. Somebody asking me if you ever, when you Googling Dwayne Wade's son, or son/daughter, Google Magic Johnson's son/daughter too. So come back. United, morning United. Make we talk some United business now.
Yeah, man, straight out of the walls of
It's a Magic Johnson have a thing, them, boss. Eh? You ever see the one there, Dalton? You ever see Magic Johnson child yet? Yes, Old Trafford. Leave that alone.
Yeah, man. As Mr. Big up yourself, Maverick, and big up our Dalton on there.
Yeah, man, Dalton across the glass, man.
Sunday morning, mad Dalton, you know where go ahead.
Yeah, all crazy right. Thing.
Regarding the Mbappe thing there, Red Devil there. You know, I think a technical ability them attack to Maverick.
I suspect. They might compare to some of the other players in the great bracket. To the Messi's and them kind of players. That's what they do.
Yeah, I think a technical ability because technically Mbappe not really all that, but he's dangerous because I'm pace and him.
Hold on. Explain to me what you mean by that. What are his technical deficiencies?
No, it's not about deficiencies. You know,
no, but if it is not all that, mean him have deficiencies. Some more you expound on it a little bit more.
Like when them watch certain players, them see a better footballer technically. Like when you watch him, just the technically not really all that. Yeah, like how him look on the football. Like someone just look better on the ball. I see him think them use against Salah too.
Yeah.
Technical.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, the Salah example demonstrate what you're saying to me. Me understand. Because sometimes when you watch Salah when him not scoring, him look like him can't really play football.
Alright. Mbappe have some of them moments there.
Okay, I get what you mean.
Him pace and him shooting. As we say, I don't think the devil would have said him uno take Mbappe or anybody could have called the program and say them uno take Mbappe. I see him thing with Haaland. Me hear somebody call the program where they say Haaland can't play football, but a technical ability again.
Yeah. So
as a striker, you don't really need technical ability from him.
No. Haaland kind of game, you don't really need that technical ability to matter about.
As a centre forward, you don't necessarily need it. You don't need to score because man like Jesus, the man they have all the technical ability, but goal.
Them can't score like Haaland, yeah.
Yeah, the man don't really have.
But me not think Mbappe is as bad as you all making him out to be, even with his technical ability.
No, I understand your point, you know, man.
Yeah, I don't think him as bad as you make him out.
I understand why the man him now go to put him technically with some other footballers because you don't call him a pace and power merchant.
Yeah, more pace and
naturally.
But he also has some sublime finishes.
Yeah, man, that me saying finishing.
Same like Salah have some killer finishing, you know, boss. He may miss some goal, you know, but Salah have some unbelievable finishes, you know, brother.
So now that's a Salah strong point, man.
Yeah, man, the man have some finish.
If you take Salah finishing, you know, it's average, you know. Seriously.
Yeah, what you say? If you take when finishing.
Yeah,
man, you're right, man. Brilliant analysis.
No, but no, that's why, like, me rate Salah finishing, you know, but me not rate him highly as a footballer.
Yeah. If do some magical things with that final touch, with him final touch. But sometimes, if him go through a stretch where him not scoring no goal, it will look like if you take him off I feel every match. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You see movement and his instinct, you have a killer instinct.
And in pace.
And in pace. You can't go wrong that. And him read the game well. Him think like a centre forward.
Yeah, man.
Realize a lot of Salah goal, like on top in.
Instinctive, man. Yeah, the one who him scored the other day against, who was it? He's who we beat the other day, Spurs, the first goal. Killer, man. The man just chop it and kick it in a one motion, you know. Bam, bam, you know. And the replay, me have to look for him to see how he scored the goal in the Dalton. Come and see how the ball come to him so hard and him one touch, stop it and then kick it same time. I say, yo, tight space.
Yeah, man. So, you know what I say, what you say I think, but me not even want to go in on a religion thing, you know. Me I go loud.
Yeah, well, me not can defend it upon that.
Box food say I think I'm Baggio come and say a next thing, but me not really want to go in on the religion thing. When you go religion, there's a lot of emotions and all that.
Yeah, and I am not all that authoritative on that. No, man, I'm not so authoritative on it, my boss. Yeah, I haven't studied the Bible as detailed as maybe I ought to. So that is why me kind of stay far from religious discussions. I don't think I'm an authority on it.
Yeah. So big up everybody. That's a mile.
Big up yourself. Big up yourself, man. You. All right. Tassy, my favorite lady, Tassy.
Hi.
You got the call? You got the call as yet?
What call?
About the ticket.
No, I didn't get any call.
Oh, yeah, well. You're gonna hear from a bald-headed gentleman.
Well, I don't know if he's bald-headed, so I don't know. I heard you say something that I think many people don't. I think people kind of not take it seriously about the Qatar.
Yeah.
So I was going to call about the Qatar scenario either way, but nobody really take it seriously that if World Cup can actually keep here.
Yeah. It's just the resources you need.
It's just the resources and the money.
Yeah, man. Safety.
The high power players that come in and say, hey, this is a perspective. But as you would put it, Tracey, people are myopic. People will see the product. People see the product and not the process.
Feel like it's only Paris and London alone can keep World Cup. Not so.
But I would tell persons, if we're already contemplating about the World Championships for the track and field at least, then why not World Cup?
No, man, we don't have the same. Go back to the argument. We don't think we have the resources. A country like Qatar have the resources. That's why they can do it, you know.
No, but I'm just saying, if we had the money and we were having discussion, if we had the money, then we would do World Championships.
Right.
Why not? It can't be possible for World Cup either. Even if we're a small amount of people, as long as we have the resources, as long as we have the money, don't worry about the tourists. We can manage that. That is just the least.
The World Championships will be a little easier because you don't need more than one stadium. I mean, one main stadium. The World Cup is a little bit more elaborate because you're gonna need multiple stadia and probably some more. It's a bigger magnitude event, bigger magnitude event.
It's a far bigger magnitude, but it's not impossible to do.
It's not.
But I understand that World Championship would have been, an easier...
Much more doable, man. If we get a state-of-the-art stadium and just organize some hotel rooms, very good. A World Championship to kind of hold for people compared to like a World Cup or Olympics,
But I don't understand how persons are so negative. We're so negative ourselves.
Most people are really blessed with that kind of vision and force. A lot of people just is when things happen they realize it could have happened. You know what
I agree, but I think when it comes to sports, it's some kind of resentment. They don't see it as a business. They don't see it as a revenue profit. They just see it as a simple hobby. People will say, "Sure, that is just football." It's a business.
It's true.
It's a business that you can make money. It's an income revenue, but it's going to take someone from outside to obviously be a billionaire, millionaire to say, hey,
Yes.
sports is actually big, guys.
Yeah.
Let's make
I think
investment."
Usain Bolt and the track stars, the Shelleys of this world, I think they've done a lot to open up people's eyes and make them see say sport is actually, people can actually make more than a decent living out of sport.
But as much as Shelley and Bolt have put a lot of exposure to Jamaica, we have not profited a lot from them. So we have done a disservice to them. So either way.
Maybe we need to do some, you know them something when them do in America, where them go to them house and show them car them and all them something and put them on the TV. But then again, Jamaica so.
The education of it.
Probably them don't want to do that.
I mean, the only time we really give highlights to this.
What them call it? Cribs. That Cribs thing there. You know that Cribs thing there?
I think the only time I really hear as sporting discussions really heavily is either the athletes are doing well, and then, but even to a point, I don't even hear like the younger generation saying, hey, I want to become this. What is the process of doing it? Do I have to do a certain diet? Do I have to do a certain exercise? There's no proper education related to the athlete, whether it's football, whether it's track and field. It's just, even the parents may not be so fully educated that way because they want to be doctors, lawyers, and that's fine. But at least give them the option to say, hey, this is a gateway too, and give them that. But as I said, I don't understand sometimes. I feel so sad sometimes when it comes to sports in here in Jamaica.
We still have
a long way to go.
We have an amateur mentality when it comes to sport.
I don't know if it's amateur. It's just wow.
Yeah, them see it as PE, man. PE, man.
PE, yeah, it's hobby.
Yeah, hobby.
Even track and field for high school champs, they see it as a hobby too. Don't get me wrong. Some people do it. Some people have heard it.
Champs is, as we said, track and field a little bit more advanced than the other sports, you know, because we have success. We have tried and proven success at all levels of track and field. So I think more people probably see athletics as a viable option.
But in terms of track and field, let me just say this. Even in track and field, yes, it has been proven success time and time again. It is not just because of Bolt and Shed. We have always been proven success before them. But I'm just saying, in terms of that, even if they come to high school level, there's like a little limit.
Yeah.
And they don't go over it. And even if they do go over it, they're not at the maximum or their ability, whatever the reason is. But sometimes they change their minds, and sometimes not many make it. Let's be real, not many make it. But I'm just saying the probability of some making it and some though, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's based on influence too. Sometimes they really run just because of personal goals. But I'm saying some actually say, I want to become an athlete, but when they reach it now, why they change? It can be different things, but sometimes it's all about influence.
Tassy, I want to say something to you about the dreaming, though, and athletes, anybody in whatever area. You see, dreaming still, your dream must be rooted in some semblance of reality, though, you know. It kind of sound contradictory to be saying that, because a dream, some of the time your dream look like is something out of reality. But in other words, when let's just say you're aspiring to be an athlete, you're a youngster, you say you want to be a star athlete, you have to have the kind of ability that will realistically take you there, you know. So it's not every youth will say he want to be a Usain Bolt can actually be a Usain Bolt. You understand what I say, Tassy?
Right.
So you have to show some qualities and some of the requisite talent and qualities to be able to get you there. That's where it starts, you know. Now, if you don't have that requisite talent and quality, dreaming to be Usain Bolt will remain a dream.
Right.
That's what it always starts with, the quality and the talent to me, you know.
I agree. I agree to some point.
That is why talent identification is so important in a sport, you know.
I agree. The talent has to be there, but people around that talent is needed as well.
Yeah, man. The other support structures, man, must be there, you know. But it don't make. Let me give you an example. When I was a youngster growing up, I always dreamt of being a professional footballer, you know. That's why I love football, you know. But in all honesty, me don't think me did that good. You understand, Tassy? So that is why I became the next best thing. The next best thing, which is the best football analyst in this part of the world. Because I dreamt so much of being a professional football player. But when we realize along the way, say, you know, we don't have as talented as some of them man when they see a play. Because I just, resorted to the next best thing. You get?
Yes.
So
Yeah,
the point we make, when we are dream still, it has to be rooted in some level of reality.
Rooted as some form of reality,
Yes.
and have to have people around you
Absolutely.
to expose that. Because if
Absolutely,
it's
yeah, absolutely.
perfect example is Leon Bailey from he was
Exactly.
young, and Craig Butler was there
Right
through.
there. Brilliant.
So
Brilliant example.
you have to have somebody to at least guide you, because I'm not going to expect a 13-year-old
Yes.
to know, oh, they say they want to be a Cristiano Ronaldo, but they don't know the process of it as a 13-year-old.
Brilliant example. Brilliant
So
example.
yeah, sometimes you look at sometimes I was schooling ball since I was 10. So when sometimes I watch it and they say they're 15, they're 16, and they're doing well, we all know the stars then.
Yeah.
And if they want to become this and they want to go to this club or this club, and they don't even go training sometimes because it's so easy for them down here.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that's big man football. That's big man. That's big. Like 15 years I already playing Europa League.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or La Liga.
Yeah.
That's like big man now.
Yeah, man.
man.
That's you tease up my brain, You tease up my brain with something, Because that I said, just following up on what I said earlier, is one of the things that I always try to push forward on this program. You see talent. It starts with talent, A lot of people drive a narrative about hard work more important than talent. That is the biggest foolishness I ever tell people, Talent is much more important than hard work, Because without the talent, no matter how hard you work, you're not gonna go across that grade, So you see, if you have no talent or minimal talent, and you work harder than hard, you're set up yourself for disappointment. But you see, that is why talent is so precious, That my pet peeve is talent waste,
Yeah, talent does waste here.
Yeah, because talent is not diamond does not a road,
True.
When you see a little ball and him full of skill and him full of, no, man, you're supposed to highlight it. You're supposed to highlight it and harness it and encourage it. Yeah.
Exactly, but even the average person, why the average person is superseding the one that has talent? That doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
Someone needs to harness that talent, or that talent will waste.
Big up yourself, Tassy.
Bye.
Big up yourself. If I love you one more time, I say. We go to a break. No, I'll say we go to a break. Soon come back. Sports Explosion, soon come. Wow. Welcome back to the Sports Explosion. We're live on Hits 92 FM. I think we're going now to the Explosial Segment. I think it's Explosial time. I think so. Explosial Segment.
Welcome to our Explosial Segment.
Morning Sports Explosion, Mackie here. You are indeed correct. I don't think it has anything to do with the size. Once the infrastructure is there and the resources is there for them to successfully host a World Cup, I see no reason why they shouldn't have an equal chance as anyone else. My thing though is, if there's an issue with human rights or certain stance that the country holds dearly, and it conflicts with World Cup and the image they are trying to spread, I think these should have been taken into consideration before granting said country the opportunity to host the games, because this is more of a reactive approach. Everyone coming out and hitting out when the country stance was clear from the get-go.
Morning, Maverick and crew. John Maverick. I want to say I'm go down just bet long time, because I have Senegal to win the World Cup in my G. Right now, when I look on the thing, say money are the type of player we can get you over the line. Don't buy the bet already still. I tell you, paper pretty in my G, but John, I'm sorry, say money now go there to defend the money, because money are the type of player where I know could I get them over the line and then play together consistently for a while. So I know say it was a good chance, is it? But I say go still. Pick up yourself, Maverick and crew.
Morning time, man, SW6. You know the drill. Big up all Explosion team and big up all of the fans. Here we are going. With the Qatar up here. I don't know, but from my common sense, I know the visitors who are coming out roughly maybe like 1 million or two. Just maybe the same amount of the population, you know what I mean? Or even more. that I visit, the amount of visitors we have come in, you see me? So even if you build up hotel and whatever, other infrastructures, I don't think the spacing and the congestion of how people going to move around, plus the normal population moving around and them, so they is it. Yeah, I don't know. That's that I might think, because all the visitors come in, is it. So the accommodation, you can put them up for sleep and them, so that are one thing. But people want to move around. When visitors come in for them occasion, they don't really come for stay in a hotel, you know what I mean? People want to do road. So I just be a congestion, you see me? And rest the normal population have to move around too, you see me? But with the condition and everything, and to all the rate how they play the match up right now, you know, so one man tell me, say, yo, if you look out for the Cinderella really happy at this party, really. I don't know.
Morning Sports Explosion team. Maverick, Dalton. Maverick, your mind have something to do with the small side country for true, man. And money make them get that World Cup there. The man them have to set up cruise ship, you know, to accommodate the people. Them have much, too much hotel for put up the people them in the world. A cruise ship them have to set up to make people go in and when them come at the World Cup region. The amount of people where them expect. You understand what I say? So yeah, man, the smallest of the nation have something to do with it, man. And check it out. If any other nation with such a small population ever get the World Cup before, just check it out. Google it and check it out. And see all of the nations them where we host the World Cup if them population so small. Yeah, man, it have something to do with the smallest of the nation. I buy out the World Cup, yeah, man. All Srt Blatter come talk about him vote for this and him vote for that. Him and the boss, him could have seem like how Platini swing the vote them. Him couldn't swing the vote them. Him couldn't swing the vote them. A joking thing that, man. And the T20 match last night this morning at Oral, Jano, good match. I can't believe that New Zealand make that a little bit of runs. You see, look up left arm fast bowler named Shine Afraid, boy. Trust me, man. The boy that can bowl, man. I not tell you him can bowl. Him bad. And with Jamaica Scorpions and Barbados, so Jamaica for them ticket, Bridget. Beat them 2 times in the T20 and come beat them 2 times in the Super 50. We have them ticket. But boy, the man them crawl to the 176 do. I better them crawl to it more than them try swipe and out, you know. Banner out.
Morning Maverick. Morning Dalton. Good and bad here. Maverick, if I say I look on the football, I mean the Jerome Waite are the best coach, Jen. Because I have Jerome as the best coach of Jamaica, you know. Because Jerome Waite use less, you know, and achieve all heap, you know. He might not win the Money Cup now couple of years well, but check him style. He always carry some good block ball. Like, get to me and say, always carry some good. So if I say you look on Jerome Waite, but in a club on paper 2 different things. I tell you already, you know, Pep get instant result. Club come build foundation and start that thing and reap rewards 3-4 years down the line. Pep them get instant results. So Pep have to get the pieces to fit them thing. Club with there, carry some little player and when then graduate up to the game now, 3-4 years and start producing results. I get to me and say 2 different things, good and bad out.
Morning Sports Explosion. Well, the biggest star-studded Brazilian team of the win was 2006. You hear that? Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Carlos, Cafu, Kaká, the whole works. Zidane hold them in a quarters or semis. Teach them ball game. So, well, look up, Pella. You hold this and you hold this. I understand.
Yeah, man, morning time oral. Morning time explosion family. Producer Dalton Lee. Boy, I tell you, say you think load for Sunday. It's a government here, man. Maverick, Srt Blatter, I get all now. I say that visa thing that we are talking about, maybe yes, he want back a visa, but at the end of the day, what money would I make off for US and the Gito? If not make none of Qatar, you understand me? So that's why I'm big. But a part of life. Right now, oral. You see, my side, Argentina, you know. But I don't think we're winning the World Cup, you know. I feel like it's an underdog. I'm going to find the underdog yet, but I find him before World Cup, we make it know. Liverpool for life, man. It's a government out.
That was our Explosial Segment.
Big up, it's a government. I think Senegal would have been a nice tickler underdog, but with money out now, I think, you know, the main offensive threat probably gone. I'm not sure Sarah and them youth, they can be But I thought Senegal, coming into the World Cup, in the back of my mind, me have it say, Senegal, you know, could be a potential. Let us say them get in at the last 8. Senegal now have the potential to beat anybody up there, summer. Yeah? If they were at full strength, but with money, no, I suppose. Just a little bit thing on the population size of Qatar as potentially the smallest nation to have hosted the World Cup. Probably not, you know. Because Uruguay currently has a population of 3.4 million people. Uruguay hosts World Cup, I think, probably 19. Back in the 30s. I think they hosted it twice. I think in the 30s. I suspect that when Uruguay hosted the World Cup, they had a smaller population than Qatar currently has. Just my suspicion. If they are at 3.4 or 3.5 million now, then when them host the World Cup back in the day, man, probably about 1 million people down in Uruguay. But I suppose it was a smaller spectacle at the time, less teams and all of that. With Jerome Waite being it, them boss. Then how much time we come on this program, I come tell us that Jerome Waite is one of the top coaches in Jamaica. If you go resume, they're not good like Jerome Waite, my boss. Not just resume, but doing more with less. Then Jerome the right up to the conversation, the brother. Right up there at schoolboy and Premier League and business house level. Jerome Waite and a small. Mr. Woolmans get beaten yesterday from who they get beaten from? Stats. And that Woolmans team don't look like it have nothing tonight, my boss. Jerome beat Jerome advanced to the Manning Cup ahead of St. Catherine. I saw a little bit of St. Catherine. St. Catherine looked like a better team to me than the Woolmans. But I suppose Jerome reach a point at the Manning Cup now where not even coaching can carry a pass. Because when you're the kind of coach, you know, them always I try muster me when they come to clap and say, how come the man can make blow out a stone and beat Real Madrid in the Champions League final? You think when you coach them kind of team, they will punch above them weight, you know, you'll get beaten enough of the time, you know. Because the team them inherently better than you. So your good coaching and your expertise as a coach of doing more with less, you know. That's sustainable, you know. I mean, not sustainable to the ultimate level, you know. You're gonna get beaten from the team that are better than you ultimately. But if you consistently competing with teams that are not as good as the other team, you're a bigger coach than the other man, and we are coach a better team than brother. Mammee Bay, morning. Cat and 9 boss.
Yes, man.
Wagwan.
Alright, flying machine.
Cat and 9 boss. Wagwan.
Wagwan, man.
You there, man?
Well, I know so a whole heap of people kind of uncomfortable now that Mammee Bay a call here, so. You know.
No, man. Oh, you mean your people them around?
No, well, a whole heap of people out there out of radio uncomfortable, you know, cause, you know, so when the nonsense start, Mammee Bay, you know, have no solution.
Cat and 9 them.
Exactly, sir. But me, you know, I say, you know, go suspend,
DannyDread?
DannyDread, yesterday, man.
He get obliged to them, man.
But yeah,
he explain himself.
Me I say, boy, we no deal with suspension.
No, man. The DannyDread look like him take it serious. Like him call forget him suspension.
Why he's still lucky, you know, like I Cat and 9, we're not going to say about DannyDread, that's senior, so we not really.
He may explain himself.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway, Maverick. Boy, me I listen another radio station. Because you know, say when you come on to sports, Mammee Bay there.
Yeah, man.
I'm here the name of some past West Indian greats that were inducted into the
yes, man.
Chandapal has been.
Thanks for reminding me, man.
And me I say
Shivnara and Chandapal has been inducted into the.
He's the what was the last the most recent of West Indians.
West Indians, yeah. Charlotte Edwards and there's one other person.
When I heard the list, I see I got goosebumps, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Call some name.
Everton Weeks.
Yes, man.
Curtly Ambrose. Viv Richards, Lara.
Yes.
Greenwich.
Yeah.
Just to name a few.
I know Shiv.
I know Shiv.
Yeah.
But I just mentioned those that I can remember.
Yes.
Quite a few more, you know. And
yeah,
I didn't know that there were so many West Indian in that.
Yeah, man. We must have had quite a few, man. Remember, say we used to rule the roost one time.
Why, I tell you, make them nowadays players look soft in
them not even going to see the door of the hall.
My gosh, man. But you know one question when me say me I go ask you still. Are you in agreement with a night watchman?
Yeah, man, it serve purpose, man.
No, but what I'm saying, suppose I send a night watchman and him get out.
Well, that's a gamble you take.
No, where do send a next night watchman?
No, well, probably you could, but
then suppose
it's a gamble you take, you know.
Yeah, because as I was saying, suppose the next person you send as a night watchman.
Out.
And the man is no one a trick. You go down to send.
You eventually have to send the man where you try shield.
Yeah, you Viva or Laura where
you try shield. But me a lot of people say them not agree with the night watchman. But me understand it, man.
Well, I don't know. Why is
late in the day, the light go.
About 2 or 3 overs.
The light go, man.
But if you are 10 overs, why me see the proper batsman?
You don't want to run your risk and lose your top batsman them overs a day, man. You send the night watchman.
But Pakistan now enter the finals now, man.
Yeah, man. Emphatic victory over the big team.
Why me tell you? Very emphatic.
New Zealand.
So I wonder where England and India now go, what result go play out.
Me think India. I've been too overly impressed with India in this.
England, they carry still.
Yeah, me think England is a more powerful team than India.
Them they carry now.
Yeah, me think England. You know, but I love see Pakistan in their final, but me just think England is a very powerful unit.
All right, one more.
There are a lot of game changers in them team.
You don't know, say Mammee Bay no
touch and go.
But hold on now. The netball girls, that's the Sunshine girls.
Yes, the Fast Five.
Yeah, the Fast Five. Me, what I was saying to myself, you see, couldn't they have picked a more what I say, no, efficient. I don't even know the word. Efficient team.
No, under the circumstances, I think the senior players wanted a rest, and they opted to send some girls for exposure. Nothing wrong with Fast Five. You send some youngsters to get some exposure, you know.
No, because I was just thinking, you know, now that we are just recently have such a fantastic performance in the, what you call it now, the...
You have to balance your thing between building for the future and continuing to be relevant, you know, Mammee Bay. That, you know. So me can't quarrel too much if them send a young team go to the Fast Five. You understand me?
Okay, so it was a case of the senior players being rested.
Yeah, I think they were unavailable. A lot of them were unavailable.
Okay.
Understandably. They had
to send a team.
Yeah, they committed. Yeah, they started to send a team.
Okay.
I don't think Connie Francis went. It was Annette Daly who went.
And then finally, Maverick, one me I tell you your show big, you know. Yesterday me I listen to your show, you know, Maverick, and I couldn't believe my ears, you know. Sean Grant being prevented from going to the seat, you know. Now you tell me, you know, Maverick, how you read into this?
Me just tell Mr. Wellington say every sports journalist when them touch the road, when them go to sporting events, me just say them go a sting and some face, you know. But a sports journalist going to a sports event, I work, my boss.
So what Mr. Wellington
you know if you walk with no tripod or no camera up on your head. If you're a sports journalist go to a sporting event, I work, I work.
So what does he have to say? Because this sound like him need a cat and nine, you know.
Yeah, man. For the first time in his tenure.
Yeah, we have to put
Mr. Wellington sound like him deserving of a cat and nine.
Yes, man. No doubt, man. We can't believe that. Just imagine yourself, Maverick.
Yeah. No, but we did plan for start. We plan for go watch some of the game now at this stage. But we're not going again. Because we don't have no argument with no security.
You can imagine, man, the flying machine of all the person.
And security at them say, you work, boss, with the cameraman there. You can't go in.
And them things that sound like
we're not going, my boss.
Wellington, or whatever your name. Cat and nine. Anyway, Maverick.
Big up yourself.
You don't know, say, everyone big up Leroy, you know.
Yeah, big up Leroy.
Taxi driver Leroy. Because you know. Him play your radio, him play him radio on your station there in the morning, you know.
When name? Leroy the taxi driver?
Yeah, man, Leroy the taxi driver.
Big up Leroy the taxi driver.
Yes, man, and then now in the afternoon, down to your brushing.
That's what's up.
I stuck on me ear pioneer, ear pioneer when him never called down the road.
You say you're pioneer around here?
Yeah, man, early in the morning I was in the taxi about in the 9, 10 o'clock hours I come from Tenancy. I said, wait, no pioneer this loud and clear run up and down, man.
So pioneer make you discover the big bad sports explosion?
Well, no, man. To be honest, I used to listen to this before.
Okay.
But because I was calling down the road.
You not kind of keep yourself away?
Well, in a sense, because I said, well,
the dread of malice. The dread Susan malice. The dread Susan malice. Remember say dread, you can't tackle dread when you play scrimmage, you know, so.
But to be honest, you know, sports is what I love, you know.
Big up yourself.
Horse racing. Yeah. That is the thing that brought me into sports.
I hear a thing that. I
used to sit down and get people read to me as a visually challenged person, you know.
About racing?
Yes, man. Read the coupons and everything to deal with horses. Who carry tongue tie, blinkers, Racing Pool, Racing Coupon, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't read them for myself, so me have to get people read them, you know.
You're still into racing, you're still
well, still listen to it, but you know, really.
You know, wage again.
I still updated, you know. You can't test me, you know.
Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Big up yourself.
Cat and nine, boss.
Big up. Franco, big up.
What, Mr. Wellington?
Chris Lynch, you know, big up.
Mommy, be a fit to forget Mr. Wellington. One out of the cat and nine, my boy. Eh? All right. Do remember, you know, Look is a semi-final in the second semi-final in the T20 World Cup. But I think a couple of big Manning Cup games are on today. Oh Lord. The group with Casey, the group with Mona. Who is it? Mona, Casey, Charlie Smith, and who is the other team? Who is the other team? I miss the other team. But I think that group will be settled today. So we'll get the other two semi-finalists today who will play to decide who will play against Jamaica College and St. Andrew Technical. So you realize how the thing set up in us. JC and Stats could meet in the final again, you know. Well, I suppose Craig Butler and KC, we have something to say about that. Eh? People, they start a petition right now. We don't want to see Whisper play the Manning Cup next year. Craig, you need to get Whisper out of here, my boss. Get Whisper out of here. You don't get him in this Manning Cup winning thing when him start build him life on winning Manning Cup. That youth is a brilliant talent. Brilliant talent. We're not going on to talk about him dominate Manning Cup more than Junior Flemings. That is imbecility of the highest order. Whisper them play a second. How much second round game Whisper play already? And I'm not talk about him dominate Manning Cup more than Junior Flemings. You saw the man them imbecilic. Eh? When you dominate something, you complete your dominance by winning, lifting the trophies, you know. If you claim you dominate, in the context of Manning Cup, you dominate the Manning Cup. But when you come around a semi-final and final, decide lick out your teeth and you don't play nothing, you still dominate Manning Cup. Well, Junior Flemings, them used to go around a semi-final and final and dominate people and win around this too. That is how you dominate Manning Cup. You know, dominate first round, you score a hat-trick against Oyo, and hat-trick against Duidu, and hat-trick against the next team around this. And when you reach second and third, you say, all of this, you know. People, you realize that all of this go right back round to Messi, you know. Messi has shaped the thinking of a lot of people, you know, my boss. So people are willing to talk this kind of nonsense and compromise them soul just to accommodate Messi, you know. A man make a case say, Whisper dominate Manning Cup more Junior Flemings. Whisper don't win the Manning Cup yet, you know. Whisper just barely reached to the second round of Manning Cup, you know. And I'm gonna make the case already say Whisper dominate Manning Cup. Because Whisper dominate the first round. Score a bag of goal in the first round. How much goal him score since he come in the second round? 2 or 3. And that is more dominance than Junior Flemings. Cat and nine. I'm glad Mammee Bay come on here say, you know. You're gonna rent the cat and nine from Mammee Bay and beat somehow, you know. I mean, like beat them, I say that. Eh? Me like beat them, you know, man. Because they're stubborn. And them just give me the fodder for beat them, you know. Eh? Them both time when I talk sports, me feel like the man them. Like I'm alone. Like I'm a lone voice in the wilderness of reason when it comes to sport. Anyway, Sports Explosion is been today. Is what I know. Oh, time done.